Dino, what do you think of ACT scores being the lowest they've been in 30 years?
I don't know.
You always talk about how important education is.
Well, what does that tell you? Scores low. What does it tell you?
Our education system is declining.
I don't know whether the education system is declining. The quality of the output of the education system is declining. I think. I don't know. I really don't know. I've been out of school for a while. I don't know.
Do you think it's important that the U.S. school systems focus on test scores and not actually teaching
That's the whole
students?
problem with the system here. It doesn't encourage what I think is the true form of knowledge. It encourages standardized tests. I mean, look at all the licensing stuff like out there. It's just standardized tests. Not to say that it doesn't, the way the system works doesn't help you learn, but it's less effective, I think. You just, people tend to have test prep and stuff like that, and it's all about getting the right score. But I don't necessarily think it focuses on what the whole premise of testing is, to make sure you have the knowledge, right? Yeah, but as far as what does it mean, I don't know.
I'm not asking you what it means. I'm just asking what you think of the U.S. test scores being so low. I'm not asking you why. I'm just asking, what do you think?
Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know. How am I supposed to know why it's low? I just think standardized tests isn't necessarily the best gauge of someone's intellectual ability or garnering enough knowledge through school or through whatever topic they're trying to get tested on.
Right.
It just teaches you how to test really well.
And what do you think of college students? I mean, we've talked about this before. College students who take a professor's class just because that class is an easy A.
That's the whole problem, though. Everyone's just trying to check a box. I'm generalizing, right? But I think a lot of people go to college thinking it's just box checking. Let me get past this course, let me get past this semester. Versus like, oh, it's a really interesting class. I want to take it because I'm interested in that topic. And I really want to learn something. I don't think that's very applicable to graduate or higher education. But
I think that's like the common denominator here. People are just looking for
what's the problem?
An easy out.
I went to English system high school, right? And the final exam to get out was no joke. It wasn't just multiple choice, like in physics and chemistry and stuff like that. Like you had to sit there in a lab and do an experiment and to show it's to prove your concept or your formula or something like that. Not just a bunch of multiple choice shit.
Yeah.
When I first went to college over here years and years and years ago, my first 2 years was like a 4.2, 4.3 GPA because I was like, what the hell, man? This is so easy. I learned this when I was 15, 16, 17 years old in high school. So I just think, but I think there's a disparity in terms of the quality of the education. Like the lower level education, it's not quite effective. I think
like
the
primary
stats,
education.
I think the stats always show we're ranked, I was watching that thing at CNBC, but what the problem is, right? Remember? Mm-hmm. And, Ken Griffin, as much as people hate him, he put it the right way. The education is the problem. You rank so low in the rest of the world, but then you have these higher education institutions that are ranked at the top. So there's this big gap here. And how do you bridge that? What's the problem? I don't know. Maybe it's our education testing system or the way they put things together. I don't know.
Something.
Yeah.